Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your Tuesday. We had something monumental happen in Los Angeles, and I'm not talking about the voting that's happening today. There was an establishment where you can get food and drink that just opened last week, something that I think we all kind of have known in our heart about it for a long time. I don't think I even really believed it truly ever was going to exist, but it finally opened this past Wednesday. And we have somebody with us today that not only I believe is an artist, if you follow her TikTok account or her Instagram account, a true, I think not even a fan, but like an auteur of Vanderpump Rules. Truly her TikTok account is something that blows my mind. And I don't really get to mess around on TikTok. I just don't have the patience to try to edit. And her editing is so perfect. And it's like the best. I can't say enough good because it's just my sense of humor. It is so funny and weird and beautiful. And the way I always just appreciate how people go like A to C with humor. You know, a lot of people go A to B and it's like really easy. You jump A to D sometimes. And I think it's like really, I'm already doing weird, beautiful mind math things. But anyways, the account name is Dee My Dough. And the person who runs that account is Jenna Klaus. And she was there opening night of Schwartz and Sandy's, and we're here to get boots on the ground. Jenna, welcome to the show for the first time, because I want her back when we start doing Vanderpump Rules recaps for the 10th season, which is coming up, I believe, in February. So get ready. Jenna, how are you?
I am doing amazing. Thank you so much for that introduction, Ryan. That was so amazing.
You are one of those accounts that you're just kind of like, I always talk about on this show of like people that raise the silliness that we talk about and the silliness that are these shows to another level, to like an auteur level. Like Stanley Kubrick would be like, I love what you did with it. Like I was just watching one with what was it, the low budget Kardashian when Schwartz called Sheena, and the editing you did in that TikTok, or just, I mean, there's just so many great TikToks you've come up with. I guess, I mean, before we get into the Schwartz and Sandy stuff, are you okay? Why are you doing this? Like, what has possessed you to do this?
Well, I'm not okay. I'll start with that. I'm definitely not okay.
Correct answer.
But but I definitely see it as an artistic outlet. When I was younger, I was like really into drawing. I took art classes in college, and then after that, I just didn't have anything as like a creative outlet. So when I found TikTok, I started doing just like, like random videos. And then I was like, well, you know what? I'm incredibly passionate about these fools on Vanderpump Rules.
I love it. Like go, all my like acting teachers are like, go towards what you truly love. And then it's like funny when like the thing you truly love is Vanderpump Rules.
Vanderpump Rules. Yeah. It's sorry to let down, anybody that was tuning in that hasn't seen my account thinking that it's true artistry. It's Vanderpump Rules. So
yeah, but it's Vanderpump Rules, and it puts such a great spin on it. And it's like, because it really, what's the one where your hair is being swept back? And it was what did you explain that one to me again? I remember.
So that is the one where the Stassi slap plays a huge part in that, which, by the way, I cannot use that clip anymore. It has almost gotten me banned like 50 times.
Oh, because of violence.
I have an account warning.
Because of TikTok violence.
Yes.
I once posted the Lindsay Lohan knife photos with Nick's wife. Remember that? And I was explaining that these were huge photographs back in the day for all the kids out there.
Yeah.
That Lindsay Lohan was hanging out with Vanessa Manillo, and now Vanessa Lachey from Love Is Blind, and they were on various substances allegedly, and they were doing knife work. And I got my TikTok taken down for like 2 days. I thought it was just part of history.
Crazy. But that is history. The kids need to know about that. Like,
but I didn't mean it as like cut up your celebrity friends. Like, they're the ones. I feel like they should be in trouble, not me.
Exactly. I feel the same way.
So you got in trouble for the slap video of
I got
Stassi?
in trouble for the slap video multiple times. I stupidly used the clip of Sandoval punching Jax in the face. Even the video of like,
so TikTok has a very strict no violent. You can be like a Nazi
strict
on there. You can be like other things, but like the violence thing, that's not good.
Exactly. They draw a line at reality TV humor. That's where they draw the line.
Because the AI doesn't really know how to deal. Like AI doesn't know the difference between humor and actual violence.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might have gotten in trouble more than Stassi did about the whole faith thing. Like you might have suffered more consequences, but if you think about it.
Yeah, actually true. I should get a book deal out of all of my my troubles on TikTok.
But you truly love this show, and have you watched this show from the very beginning? Like, or did you because I started around, like, people kept talking about it so much that I was like, oh, shut up, I don't want to watch something that you keep talking about. And then finally I started watching, I was like, wow, this is really good. And I always say I was so pissed when it was jammed down our throats as a backdoor pilot on the second hour of Beverly Hills that one time. And I was like, I didn't I signed up to watch older rich ladies. I didn't sign up to watch younger bartenders. And so I was like, I felt I got tricked into it. But were you watching from the very beginning?
I was not. I found it late in life. I told this story a couple of weeks ago. I did a live show. Bravo and Blaze, shout out Jenny Blaze. She's amazing.
You were at BravoCon. Were you there? I had to go to that.
Go to BravoCon,
but you went to the party.
This live, party live show. And she asked me how I got into Vanderpump Rules. The story is a little depressing, I would say, because in 2016, I flew myself out to Iowa to work on the Hillary Clinton campaign. And we lost.
Didn't see it going there.
Didn't
see it going there. Wait, are you telling me Hillary did not turn out to be president that year? Wow, I didn't realize it was this. And by the way, this is perfect because today is election day in so many places. And this is funny that your love of Vanderpump Rules potentially ties in with Hillary Clinton losing.
Does it like absolutely goes hand in hand because I was in a depression spiral, obviously, and was in bed for like 2 weeks in my little apartment in Iowa with my boyfriend. And one of my friends said, watch Bravo, just watch Bravo. And Vanderpump Rules was my first pick out of all of the Bravo shows I could have been watching.
Wait, so did you do research? Or were you like, well, this one sounds like too, like, was it like Goldilocks and the Three Bears? Like, this one's too weird, but this one's just my style. Like, did you read up on them before you decided which one you wanted to try?
I didn't read up on them. I was under this really grave misconception that I wouldn't like Housewives. I thought that I would like something like with more people my age, which is just stupid because now I'm obsessed with Housewives as a foray into Housewife Vanderpump Rules started. But I didn't do any research. I just dove right in and became obsessed instantly.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I like I said, I got into it like around the fourth season begrudgingly, but then it was so great because then I could go back and watch from the beginning, and it blew my. It was like watching prequels of like Star Wars Episode 1. I was like, whoa, no wonder everybody hates Jax. Holy shit. Oh my God. It was like a really fun way to watch it because you're like, he did what? Like, so there are so many, but you had an artistic outlet with this. And I'm assuming then you visited the Vanderpump trio of restaurants, like the Disneyland, the Sir, the Tom Tom, and the Pump on Santa Monica Boulevard, right?
I did not. No. And you know what?
But you still haven't?
I still haven't. So I was in LA for a while, and I was like, because I've heard so many bad things from like you and Laura and my other Bravo heroes.
Wait, I'm not saying to go there for the food and ambiance. I'm saying you go there because it's like Planet Hollywood for the shows that you watch. I mean, like,
that is true.
So, and by the way, did you ever read those reviews of the people that went to Sir that sued Sir for having like vicious diarrhea, and they said they vomited at the table?
Yeah, like all fours on the ground,
Yeah.
projectile, front
And
end,
poor
back
Peter.
end.
Peter
Yeah.
really genuinely works there, so you know you had to clean it up.
Oh, poor Peter. And that, well, I have to say that whoever ordered the white fish with orange cream sauce,
Yeah.
I feel bad, but not that bad because
I like,
that
well,
was a
because you know at
mishap.
least it would go back like, Joe, this white dish is great, but it might need a little orange cream sauce. So you've never wait, but don't you live in Los Angeles?
No, I live in New
Wait,
York
so
City.
why the F were you here? Please don't tell me you flew in just for Schwartz and Sandy's opening.
I
Okay,
No.
I was like,
First of all, I did not fly in for Schwartz and Sandy. I'm actually in Vegas right now. I started in Vegas, went to California, and now back in Vegas. I didn't even know it was the opening of Schwartz and Sandy's, even up to the point that I went there. I just knew I wanted to go there, and I had no idea that it wasn't even open yet.
so you
And
kind of went
then,
there as
yeah,
like a was it like a spiritual thing of like I just want to be around like a
yeah.
temple or like a a mecca of some sort, and you didn't think it was open, so you just wanted to see the outside.
So I already thought it was open. Because
Oh,
I
okay.
I thought I had saw or seen
Well,
something
no, so
on
so
like
it was
Instagram or
I went to the Daily Mail party a couple months ago where they were open for one night for this Daily Mail party and they were shooting, but their kitchen wasn't done, so they were just having like the serving drinks and they filmed a
gotcha.
scene there, and it would look cool, but it wasn't done. But like on the show, I'm sure they'll act like that. I don't know how they're gonna piece it all together. So then
Yeah.
I think there was a bunch of backup and delays in like some kitchen stuff. So finally, the opening was this past Wednesday, and they didn't really make a big deal about it. Or, like I heard last minute and I had an emergency. I've been having emergencies with my dog, so I couldn't go. And also, as I
Yeah.
get older, I'm like, you know what? I'll see it on the show. Like there's enough time to go to Schwartz and Sandy's. Like it's, and then I saw you in an Instagram post. You were there. I was like, oh, well, this is a perfect chance to maybe get your experience. So you walked by and you thought it was already open, so you weren't surprised. It wasn't like you were like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah, so I was thinking about we're in LA. I was like, which Vanderpump adjacent establishment do I want to go to? Tom Tom or Schwartz and Sandy's? And I was like, let's go to the newer one. I saw Ariana post something about being at Schwartz and Sandy's. So I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll see Ariana tonight. It ended up being far more cast members there because apparently it was opening night.
Yeah, it was opening
So
night. So was
that,
there a
yeah.
huge line out the door? Because they have the big Schwartz and Sandy's logo as like a neon sign out front. You guys, you can't
Uh-huh.
miss it. It's in a strip mall next to Upright Citizens Brigade on Franklin and
Yep.
La Poubelle. And if you live in Los Angeles, you know exactly where that is. But they took over a spot in a little strip mall. There's like a pet store next door, and they have a big Schwartz and Sandy's sign. Was there a
Yep.
huge line when you get there?
There was not a huge line.
Oh, okay. That's not
And
good.
that's so well, first I just want to say the strip mall part of it, when I got to the strip mall, I was like, this is so on brand for Vanderpump. They love a strip mall. They love a strip mall
Yeah.
restaurant. They love a
Well,
strip
remember
mall bar.
Jack staring off his chunky sweater in Vegas at a strip mall at that
How
at
could
that
I
restaurant? It's
how
yeah.
could I forget?
So it is
Yeah.
great. Yeah, there's like a parking lot. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was very on brand location for them, but there was not a line. Um,
Was there a
and
bouncer?
I guess Sandoval was the bouncer because he
Oh,
was right there at the door greeting the people walking in.
and what did
So
he was he like? I'm Tom Sandoval. What did he
yeah, so
was he like?
there were
Welcome.
kind of, yeah, there were people milling around outside. He was talking to a bunch of people. I saw him kind of like separate from the group a little bit, so I went right up to him, and I
Wait,
had
wait, I
seen
love that.
him.
I saw him separate to have a private moment, so I went directly up to him. Yeah.
No, oh shit, my headphones just went
What's wrong?
out.
Oh, I can still hear you. Great.
Oh, you can hear me? Okay, they
Yeah,
might
yeah.
die, so I might have to take them out. So no, it wasn't like a private moment. It was just him kind of like turning away
Yeah.
from the group that he was with. So I had seen him a few months ago at the Gramercy Theater in New York City with Tom Sandoval and the
And the
Most
most extras.
Extras.
Yeah.
And at that show, I gave him, well, I didn't get to meet him because I missed the meet and greet, but I gave one of his bandmates 2 t-shirts that I made for him and Ariana. And the t-shirts were a picture of them kissing in the pool at the Golden Nugget with, with the words, "Are you kidding me? I love that place." So I went over to him and I was like, "I saw your show at the Gramercy. It was amazing. I was the one that gave you those t-shirts." He gave me a huge hug.
Wait,
He was
well,
like,
I'm
"Oh my."
scared that the bandmates didn't give him the shirts. Did he say, who knew the shirts?
Yeah, yeah. He was
Okay.
like,
Okay. Good.
yeah, he was like, I just wore that shirt the other day. I wear them all the time. I was like, yes, mission accomplished with that. And then we just talked for like a brief minute before, we headed inside. But
And
he
what was
was,
your
yeah, he
impression?
was the
What was your
bouncer.
impression though? You go inside. How do you explain Schwartz? Because when he explained it on the show with Schwartz, he wanted it to be, they were doing mushroom trips and trying to kind of say all that it was supposed to be, and the mystical worlds it was going to take you through, and all of these Willy Wonka type things. How would you describe Schwartz and Sandy's?
So I would describe it as a small bar
Mm.
that is
Already,
very,
it
it's
is tiny.
very, it's tiny and it is very, very well decorated. It's a beautiful space. I think they did an amazing job with the decorations. There was that whole thing about the pink couches. People didn't like the pink couches. They looked too grandma or whatever. I thought they looked amazing. It's a really nice looking place.
Yeah.
The ambiance was like the music was pretty good, but
Was there a DJ?
there was not a DJ that I could
Because
remember
they had tucked
seeing.
DJ James Kennedy at the Daily Mail party in the corner, but it wasn't like a DJ booth. It was just like a stand that he was like trying to like do something on, So I was like, okay.
Yeah, I didn't see a DJ like spinning or whatever. I just was listening
And by
to
the
the
way, it's a
music.
small enough room that you would have seen it.
Yeah, I think so. But I would like, so I was just, once I saw Sandoval there, I was like a little flustered. I was like, oh my God, are more people going to be here? And so at that point, I was just kind of like walking around, just kind of like wide eyed, kind of taking it all in. But my first impression was that it's a really nicely curated space.
It's definitely very curated, and I would say even the bathrooms are curated. The in the men's room they have this really kind of lit mirror that was really cool.
Yes.
I did you have anything to drink or eat? Because I didn't realize they had a full kitchen where they have lobster corn dogs is something on the menu.
Yeah. So, well, first going to the bathroom, just going back to the bathroom was great. Actually, my boyfriend that was with me mentioned to Schwartz about how much he loved the bathroom music. And Schwartz was like, "Really, man? Like, I'm so glad
that means so much.
like,
I used to clean the toilets at Tom Tom, and I always wanted good music in there.
I lost a bed at Tom Tom one time. I had to clean the bathroom." Yeah. So and the music in there was really nice. It was like a kind of weird, like neon,
Yeah.
light blue light. There was also I don't want to just harp on the bathrooms, but I had this really funny moment in the bathroom where, well, the stall doors for a new place I think should work. They didn't. The one I was in didn't work.
I think that gives a character, but that's just me.
It gives it character for sure. And the woman next to me in the next stall, all of a sudden I hear her go, "Can you please spare a square?" And I was
She
like,
did a
oh my,
Seinfeld. She pulled a
she
Julia
did a
Louis-Dreyfus Seinfeld on you.
Yeah, yes. And I was
Maybe,
like,
but
oh
you know
my
what? That's
God.
part that actually might be part of their plan. Like they have somebody doing that as part of the ambiance of "Can you spare a square?"
Yeah, I hope that they paid her to be there because then they would like it would be my perfectly curated place because I'm obsessed with Seinfeld. So like the Seinfeld point of this night was actually something that will draw me back to this place in the
Okay,
future.
so the bathroom doors don't lock. Potentially no toilet paper in the bathrooms.
Yeah.
So for
Yeah.
okay, but this is good. This is helpful for people visit. Bring your own toilet paper if you're going to Schwartz and Sandy's, and I don't think that's a bad. That doesn't make the place bad. What did you have to drink?
I had the Fresh Start, which is now I'm forgetting exactly what it is, but it's like a fresh kind of cucumber. It was like
Mm.
light green. I'm pretty sure it
Was
was
muddling
vodka.
involved? Was
I'm sure muddling was involved. I didn't watch the bartender make it, but it was definitely a muddled drink of
how
some
long did it
sort.
take you to get the drink from time of ordering?
Um, I would say maybe a minute or two. It
That's
didn't, I
good.
don't
That's a
think it was
good
that
turnaround.
long.
That's not that bad.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, how packed was it?
it was not very packed. I would say like 30% of the people there were cast members.
Okay, and so which cast members were there? Because you got to see what this is what it made me really happy for you, but also kind of made me sad at the same time. You saw one of your heroes, Kristen Doty, was there.
Hmm.
And Kristen
Yes.
Doty, just for the people that know, is no longer on the show and has not been on the show for a minute. And she used to date Tom Sandoval, and she also slept with Jax during the movie Drive at Tom Sandoval. We
Yes.
all know the history. She's gotten smacked by Stassi, had a lot of, just had a current breakup. But she's a lot of people's underground hero in terms of Vanderpump Rules. You got to meet her. I think she's aware of your account, right? My dough, DD my dough, DD my dough.
DD my dough. She is aware. And I was at the bar and I turn around and there's Dodie to my left and she just gives me the biggest hug.
She
And
recognized you. She even recognized you, or she's just hugging everybody.
She recognized me. Ariana recognized me too, which was insane. But I just turned to my left. There's my queen just standing there in plain sight, hugs me.
Was she smoking? Was she smoking inside?
She was not smoking inside, but I mean, it would track if she was, but she wasn't.
Yeah. And she was like, "Oh my God, what are you doing here?" And so what do you guys talk about, you and Dodie?
So we actually didn't talk that much. Well, first of all, I'm kind of socially awkward,
Yeah,
and
me too.
particularly in a spot where there's like people I have watched on TV for many, many years.
Yeah.
And am now seeing them in person for the first time. So we didn't really talk that much. I think the first thing I said to her was like, I swear I'm not stalking you. Because if you saw my account, you might think I'm the type of person to stalk Kristen Doty, but I didn't.
I think that's what they think. A lot of us who artistically base their work off of these shows, they are like, "Oh, you're one step away from some kind of like restraining order of some sort,"
Yeah, I mean, they could conceivably file a restraining order against me at this point.
But at the same time, I think Dodie's at a place, and a lot of these people, I love that most of the cast, they seem to really appreciate that anybody still cares. Like they're like, yes, like, like Sandoval's like, yeah, I'll take a picture with you. And Schwartz is like, yeah, I'll take a picture. Like they're still really, the majority of them are still so nice and excited every time anybody, sees them in the crowd. It's really like, actually, it's kind of heartening actually. So is there a back area? Like, cause I was like, what's so magical? We always say about SUR is that they have the SUR alleyway. And like, I wish that there would be some sort of alleyway to kind of have that vibe. So like the the normal customer could go out back and like smoke camel butts and like, get into arguments.
And witness massive fights with the
Yeah.
staff
Was there
of the
anything like that?
establishment.
Did you see a back area at all?
I don't. If there was, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I don't think there is,
I
but I was hoping there was.
There's an alley. Yeah, because the
Anything...
alley at Sir is so iconic. I almost, if I was going to go to Sir at all, it would be the alley.
That's what I'm like.
Mecca.
And especially during the pandemic, I was like, you dummies, like make the Sir alley where you eat. Because wouldn't you think, I mean, I'm not going to Sir for the food. I don't care about goat cheese balls. But if you could say I had a full meal in the Sir alleyway, I mean, that works on so many different levels for me that I would be in heaven. What is there? Who else was there cast wise?
Okay, so
who didn't support? That's what I want to know. Was Katie Maloney there?
Okay, Katie Maloney was not there. Lala was not there, which shocking. I think that they're now like besties in a way that like if Katie's not there, Lala will not go.
Lala's really made, I feel like, a decision to go with the Stassi,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And unfortunately, Jackson Brittany, she's a fan of. So Lala, Katie were not there. DJ James Kennedy was not there.
What about Raquel?
Brittany. Raquel was there.
Did you see any Raquel Schwartz flirting at all?
I didn't, no, but I wasn't, I mean, I couldn't keep my eye on Tom Schwartz the entire time, or Raquel.
He could have slipped away into the back. He could have, don't know. Yeah. Was there any other luminaries of stage and screen there? Were there anybody from Dancing with the Stars or the Bachelor Nation? I did see somebody from Southern Charm was there. I did see a cast member from Southern Charm in one of the pictures, and I was like, oh, that's interesting.
I didn't see any Southern Charm people, but Martin Scorsese was there.
Of course. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. No. That Martin Scorsese. Yes. Sly Stallone was also there. And of course, Benjamin Netanyahu was there, which was a very odd choice, but he was having a great time.
Putin was there, and then Schwartz kicked him out.
Yeah. He was like, I am pro-Ukraine. Did you have food, or were you like, well, because this is the deal, you guys, it is so small that from what I counted, there was like, I think there was like 12 tables or something. Like there's not tons of tables. Yeah. So I keep asking people, and I have not asked Tom this yet because I'm scared to him, like, hey, how are you guys planning on making money here? Like, because there's only so many people that can get in there, and then so many people to sit down and eat. So did you eat food?
I didn't eat food, but I saw food being delivered to Ariana. So I know people were eating food, but I did not order it.
You did not sit down and all the tables were like taken.
All the tables were taken. Yeah, I was standing at the bar the whole time.
How long did you say you'd stay there and all? You stayed there and all?
I think so. I got there late because we went to a Lakers game that night. So I got there around.
What are you, Leonardo DiCaprio? Jeez.
Yeah, I sat courtside. It was me and Drake. No, I got there around, I would say 9:30, maybe 10. And then they did last call around, it felt like an hour after I got there. They
did last call at 10:30?
No, it was like maybe 11 or midnight.
Wait, is this a place that doesn't open they're gonna not stay open until 2 a.m. like normal bars?
I was shocked about that. Maybe I'm thinking that maybe it was just for opening night that they were like, all right,
were there cameras there
a little early? No cameras.
Okay, because that my other theory was that they never really opened it by the time filming wrapped. So I had heard that they might have a few cameras there to act like this was, they were, the ending was that they had opened it because they just had that Daily Mail party, and the Daily Mail party was months ago now. And so was Lisa Vanderpump there?
She was not there. No.
Was Ken there?
Ken was not there. Jiggy Jiggy was there.
In spirit.
In spirit. But no Lisa, no Ken. Kyle Chan was there though. That
Kyle Chan,
was
these guys, the Kyle Chan, this jewelry designer to the Vanderpump Rules stars, he is always with these guys.
I had to say I was kind of excited to see Kyle Chan. I was like, oh
I mean,
my God,
he is
this guy
known
I've
in the
seen him
Vanderpump Rules. He's
yeah,
provided, I think, all of the jewelry for anything that they've ever
every
jewelry
single
wise. Yeah,
yeah.
every person. He's like the Neil Lane for The Bachelor because Neil Lane does all the jewelry for The Bachelor. He is their Neil Lane for Vanderpump Rules.
Yep.
Is there anything else that sticks out? Did you see anybody puke? Anybody get wasted? Anybody get thrown out? Any drama?
No drama. They were keeping it pretty calm. There was one point where Dodie walked over to Sandoval and was like squeezing him so hard, like, congratulations, like, I love you. And I could see on his face, he was a little like,
I still to this day, like, I mean, this is, well, okay. So Jax, by the way, are you blocked by Jax?
I am weirdly not blocked by Jax.
So
Very, very weirdly.
did you hear this thing where he's on this redemption tour right now where he's
Yes.
unblocking everybody? And there's an account blocked by Jax who I had on last week where he unblocked her and he now has been going live with her on Instagram.
I saw that.
I got a desperate text message on Saturday night from Sheena's old friend, Janet Elizabeth, who is friends with Jax and Brittany, and who was there and saying, will you unblock Jax right now? He'll follow you right now. Will you go live with Jax right now? And I said, I am with my friend and his children, and I've had some wine and I don't want to do that. Please don't make me do that. And I just like, that just seemed like the worst. Cause then I watched like 5 minutes of it before my phone died and he was doing the Jack, like, I love everybody. I mean, it's a reality show. I mean, we're playing it up. I love Sandoval. Like he was doing that whole thing. What's your opinion or take on Jax? And do you feel hope for season 10 of Vanderpump Rules?
So my opinion on Jax, Ryan, I think we have like very similar opinions on Jax in that we think he is a despicable human being. That being said, he has brought a lot of good storylines to Vanderpump Rules, but like, especially in the later seasons that he is still on, I just hate him so much.
Oh, I mean, but at the same time, so many amazing moments that I still think about on a daily basis. And I just sat there. I mean, the audience knows this, but like if heaven exists and there's that machine where you can pick like one memory to see, I wouldn't do it from my parents' life or my life. I would choose to see the night that the drive thing happened with Dodie, where Sandoval goes to bed. Like if you could watch that live, like I don't even care about the sex part. I don't mean like I don't want it in a pervy way.
About to say.
No. I don't want to. But like to see how it started. Like did Sandoval go, I'm tired, guys, I'm going to bed. You guys stay. And like who puts on the movie? How far into the movie do they get? Who makes the first move? Like, I mean,
I have to send you. I made a TikTok video about this actually, about what Dodie and Jax said back and forth to each other.
Was it just nonverbal? Was it non?
It's nonverbal.
Because my thing was like, Jax did not understand the plot of Drive. And he was like, why don't I just like start to see if I can like tap on, like, see if I just brush up against her? Will she brush up against me back?
Yeah, exactly. So in my TikTok video I made, essentially the way it goes is like, they're going back and forth. They're like, I'm bored too. We should bang. No, that's a bad idea. Yeah, you're right. Let's watch a movie. How about Drive? And then that sets it into motion.
I wonder what movie they could have watched that it wouldn't have happened that way. Like in Back to the Future, if they went back and they'd watch like Transformers or something easy to understand, Jax would have been totally into the plot, like Con Air or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have hope for the new season? Like, I mean, like, as we get older, we have to realize these people don't really work at a bar. We really shouldn't, it's not natural in life to be friends with the bartenders you bartended with in your 20s or bar backed with. It's just not. I hate to break that to all the young people listening. You're not supposed to be friends with those people for the rest of your lives. They're a good thing to remember, but you're not supposed to like grow up with them for 20 years. Do you have hope for season 10?
So I do and I don't. So I'm preparing myself for it being terrible just because of season 7, 8, 9. I'm pretty scarred from that, if I'm going to be honest, so bad. But Katie and Schwartz breaking up, Raquel and Schwartz hooking up, James and Raquel breaking up.
And by the way, Raquel not only hooks up with Schwartz, Raquel hooks up with a couple of different people. And
Peter, yes.
Peter finally makes an appearance. And the thing is, I keep saying this to friends because like they're painting Raquel as like she's like the bad girl all of a sudden. And I'm like, no. I need to hear her talk in a scene because she's had such a like, did she find her? I don't even mean find your voice in like I mean find your voice in the literal sense because she's always had this like light little voice. Like if we see a scene where she's like, I'll fucking take your man and I'll fucking kick your ass, then I'm like, holy shit. Like, and the DJ James Kennedy, it doesn't even seem like they care that they've broken up with each other.
I know. So I'm on Raquel's side no matter what.
I love Raquel.
I love Raquel. And I also do like Katie a lot. I mean, maybe not from like earlier seasons, but I feel like Katie's evolved. I'm on her side a lot.
Katie did a very brave thing that Schwartz would have never been brave enough to do what Katie did. Like Schwartz would have stayed in that marriage miserable for the rest of his life. And Katie I always say this, Katie might not be as good on TV as Schwartz because Schwartz has that, oh, shucks, I got wasted again and did something stupid. And we're all like, oh, you're kind of funny. Like a lot of women aren't as charming as dudes. And like, but Katie did something so hard and impossible and said, I actually want real love in my life and not just eating candy on a bed watching Pauly Shore movies, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, by the way, that one of my favorite scenes with Katie with those snacks on the bed when Schwartz is like, Bubba, I got all your favorite snacks. And Katie looks around and she goes, mostly.
But by the way, that was the height of romance for them. That was like, he's like, and you know, like he brought that candy from LA. Like that was in his bag of like, I'm going to do something special for Katie. And I think, and by the way, Katie looks fabulous. I just am so curious. Like I've gone through my own divorce and I just said that the other day on some show I was like, I would never want to have been on a reality show the year that happened. So I can't imagine the conversation. So that excites me. I just think, I hope they actually lean into a little bit more of like their actual lives and not pretending. Like, I don't need Lisa to come in and like we always explain things to Lisa. We don't like, we can call it Vanderpump Rules. I love Lisa Vanderpump. We just don't need her anymore. I want to see Sandoval out there trying to be in his band. I want to see him trying to play and like get like that. To me could be insanely entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely. Lisa, I feel like is the worst part of the show. For me.
We know because you slow it down. You have to slow it down to explain like, what's going on, dear Schwartzy? And we've already seen it. We already know Ken won't even get out of his Rolls Royce anymore to get into scenes. He'd be like, I'll wait here. Okay, so overall, out of 10, what do you give it?
I give it, so as a bar, I give it a 7 for an opening night for a bar. And I think the drinks and ambiance are really good. I think points off for not being able to get a huge crowd there, which makes me really nervous.
Okay, but we didn't know. But to be fair, though, I only found out that day because I had heard it was going to be Thursday. So then they had switched to Wednesday. So it was a very, very soft opening. Like I feel there was a very soft opening.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would give it I would give it an 8 then. Let's give it an 8. If
they had a locking bathroom door, would it go up to a 9?
It would be an 11.
Okay, so the real, I mean, this is actually a great review though, because that you can fix. A lock you can fix on and actually even just having toilet paper in the bathroom, you can fix that.
Yes. And I just think like a bigger space, with, you know, just being able to accommodate more people. I mean, I liked the booth.
Jenna, they can't do that. Wait, did you just say? And I think they should have a bigger space. They're locked into this space. They can't have a bigger space.
Oh,
this is the bar. Like, there's no way. You're like,
yes.
You know what? But what I would do is I would make it bigger. They can't do that now. They're locked into this space, and it's not that big of a space. That's why I'm shocked about the food part. Because if it was just like a bar, I was like, okay. And then I was like, is it a bottle service bar? But like, it's like a restaurant bar. And that's the part I get nervous about. Just turn around.
It does make me nervous. And I don't like when I showed up and I was like, oh, I'm such an idiot. I didn't know this was opening night. Like, you know, and there weren't that many people there. I think it just speaks to, you know, potentially what could go wrong with this place, which makes me sad because I want them.
No. I think it's actually going to be, I think that was just the word had not gotten out. I really don't think that's going to be the issue at all. In fact, I thought the issue was going to go the other way. It's impossible to get into. It's going to be hard because once that full too, I was just even thinking about traffic patterns because the bar's like out in front and then you have all these tables and you have to walk, like, you know, if there's a line at the bar, it's going to bump into the tables. I was just thinking of stupid things like that. But I mean, listen, it looks cool inside. I'm excited to go there and taste whatever food, you know. Is Sandoval prefer? I mean, I'm so curious about so many things. But overall, we'll go with an 8 out of 10 for Schwartz and Sandy's.
Let's go with an 8.
8 out of 10. And will you come back on to do a recap of season 10 to see if the season is better than season 7, 8, and 9?
Absolutely. And the only thing that would stop me from doing that is if it's so bad that I'm crying in my bed for weeks. But
actually, I would genuinely like to get that on audio if that is the case. I mean,
I'll do that.
We have sad moments on this show. I would love to get get somebody just super depressed about the season. Like, this is really letting me down. How do we find you? Because on Instagram, you're not as active, I don't think, but on TikTok, that is where the real art is. And it's DD My Dough. And spell that out for everybody. DIDIMYDOE. And why do you call it that?
So my favorite thing ever, my favorite comment to receive on my TikTok videos is people that understand the reference. It's a song by the band The Matches from the Bay Area. They're an amazing band. They broke up a while back, but I still listen.
I always thought it was like supposed to be a Vanderpump reference, and I never could get it. And I was like,
no,
I'll have to ask. Anything that you have in the old noggin about artistic work coming up for the TikTok? Is there anything you're playing with?
Potentially some Vanderpump collaborations with cast members in the future. So
I'm sure Dodie's like, please, can I be, please, I need this, please.
But, you know, the ideas, you know, they come to me. I haven't posted things for a while, so I'm going to be spending the next couple of days brainstorming content.
So but also I think about that too, is that when you force it, it's the word, like I know this sounds silly, but it's like, this is really how any artistic process works. You can't force it. Like, you can sit there and but it'll be crap, but then all of a sudden it'll just be out of the blue. And then you're like, oh, that makes me laugh. And then go from there.
Exactly.
Okay, well, thank you so much for doing this. I wanted to give the people a review, but you know how much I love Tom Sandoval and Ariana, and I think Schwartz is a good guy. I love all those guys. So if you are in Los Angeles, go support, especially so we can let's get this place busy. I think it's gonna be fine, because remember at Tom Tom, when it first opened, they were partying in like the Caribbean or something, and they're like, "Is the line down to Motherlode?" And that was when me and Laura Marie Shanehalls, we shot a scene that was like so fake, where we were in there and it was like, how was the spicy vegan pasta? Or how was the vegan pasta? It's spicy. And that was a complete setup scene where I thought we were going in to like be background extras. And we were showing up at 5. I was like, that's a weird time to be a background. And, and it was just me. And then also they're like, no, we're miking you up. You're going to have lines. and it was Richardson, the manager, and Lisa and me and Laura and her friend Tierney, and we sat there and they're like, Lisa's gonna come up to you and ask how the pasta is. And then Laura, like I got
to say it's good.
I got immediately nervous, and Laura like knocked it out. Like Laura was like improvising. I was like, what the fuck? It was like a backstory. And I was like, it's spicy. But she was so like I was like, Laura was like born for this. And I am a professional actor, and I got super nervous. We did 2 takes, and Lisa was like, goodbye. Like and that was the scene that they cut into when they're like, it's so busy. And it was just the 3 of us sitting before it even opened. So
I remember that scene very well.
Okay, well, we'll see you on the show in the new year. And please, you guys, if you're on TikTok or Instagram, go follow her account. I'll post all the information on the show notes, and we will talk to you very soon.
Thank you so much for having me on, Ryan.